everything has an underlying tendency. If you're having procrastination problem, it's lack of managing your mind. If you're having emotions of anger, fear, anxiety, all of that, crazy emotions, it is lack of emotional processing. But the mind is bargaining, not for yourself, it's doing it for you to satisfy you. Okay, now if you're now stuck up in this conflict between whether you should do it or not, it's because you are refusing to a quicker yielding. Gang, what up guys? Your time it is. Let's go! Back again, another day for streaming, another day for the vlog. Okay, look at my eyes. I don't know what this is, okay? I've been having some crazy ass pimples of recent, okay, and it's just destabilizing my face. I'm not gonna lie, and it's pissing me off. Okay, guys, today was a very great day for me. I don't know for you guys, but it was a very great day for me. Yes, it was a very good day for me. Even though I was able to do some certain things, okay, like I was able to study, okay, but I guess I will study this night. I don't know yet though, because I'm feeling tired. But I might study, okay, after I finish streaming, okay. But I already made sure I've edited all my videos so I can post them. So I'll be posting them tonight, so that tomorrow it will be only this video I'll be editing now. But regardless, okay, you know that yes, to talk about how to do fucking procrastination, okay. Today we're talking about what we can refer procrastination to, so that it'll be much more easier for us to deal with it, okay. And I know yesterday we'll talk about the fact that procrastination is not real. Okay, it is just an activity in our fucking body or in our brain. Okay, and we talk about the fact that the nature of the mind is fluctuation. Okay, is that it's not stable. You can have a thought right now, before you know it is gone. You can have an idea and before you know what, it is gone. Okay, and what we can refer the mind to is to the waves in the ocean. Okay, that's the waves in the ocean. No, they are not part of the ocean. Okay, they are part of the ocean, but they are like a different segment of the ocean, like waves, when we have this tsunami, it's not tsunami, that part last night just roll inside the ocean. That's a different part of the ocean, a different activity in the ocean. Okay, but it is part of the ocean. Now that's the same thing with our mind. Okay, it's just part of the activity inside of us, but it is separate from us. Just like the wave is separate from the ocean, but it is still the ocean. Okay, chat. Now, this is something you have to understand, right? Because if you do, you stop becoming slave to your own mind. Okay, because that's what we are. We are slave to our mind. For you to deal with procrastination, right? Look, I'll just be going straight into the topic, straight up. I'll not be holding anything back from you guys. Okay, for you to be able to deal with procrastination, you have to first of all deal with the mind. Okay. You have to be able to deal with the mind. You see, the fact that you're procrastinating, right, is not the issue. Okay, it's the fact that your mind is not trained. Like I said before in my previous stream, everything has an underlying tendency. If you're having procrastination problem, it's lack of managing your mind. If you're having emotions of anger, fear, anxiety, all of that, crazy emotions, it is lack of emotional processing. Okay, if you are not able to be disciplined, it's lack of commitment to a system or building a particular system. Because what you think the issue is, right, is not really the issue. Because all of those things that you think are the issue, they have an underlying tendency that needs to be checked. That if you don't check them, no matter how you try, no matter how you use your power, you will not be able to overcome them. Now, there are times you want to do something, okay, and you're like, man, I want to do this particular stuff. Now, your mind will respond to you and be like, man, bro, let's do it later or let's do it tomorrow. And it will give you all the effing reasons as to why doing that shit tomorrow is the best. Then you'll be like, oh, I think you're making a point. Let's do it tomorrow or let's do it later. Then before you know again, the mind will respond, nah, let's do it now. Do you see? This is the conflict your mind wants to be in. But somewhere at the back of the mind itself, the decision has already been made. It already knows what it will do. All that conflict, all that things are just what distract from your main goal. Okay, so let that pass so that you end up doing nothing in general. Okay, it already knows what it wants. That second choice, right? That second choice that comes up when you have already made up your mind. Okay, what is that you want to do? You either yield to it or you bargain. You either yield to that second choice or you bargain whether you should do it or not. Now, if you yield, okay, because the mind now has given you excuses as to why you should come in. The Dennis is life. Me, I am Papule's life. Okay. Now let's get back. Now, if you yield, okay, the mind has given you excuses as to why you should not do that particular task that you want to do, and those excuses are just most of the times they are valid, but they're not like they are reasonable, but they're not valid. And most of those reasons, most times they're not right. They are just worries. Okay, worries of what will go wrong if doing that task will make sense at all. Okay, and those reasons will sound what it will sound valid, but it is not reasonable. Okay, it's giving you based on fulfilling that pleasure. Like I said in my previous stream about the mind is bargaining, not for yourself, it's doing it for you to satisfy you. Okay, now if you are now stuck up in this conflict between whether you should do it or not, it's because you are refusing to a quicker yielding to the mind. Okay, now if the mind gives you a second choice that comes up when you want to do a particular thing, if you yield, it's much faster, no conflict. Am I lying? If you yield, it's much faster, no conflict, nothing. But if you don't yield, that is when that conflict comes in. Okay, that's when that conflict comes in because you are refusing to yield. So you want to what? It to give you that conflict to delay you in taking action until you are willing to yield to that second choice he has given you. That's what the mind does. It's just so stupid. Me thinking of it, right? It just pisses me off. That this is what I've been giving my whole life to. Okay? But if you're able to separate yourself from the mind of which that's how it's supposed to be, there will be less of conflict. Okay? You will make a choice that you are able to stand by, even if your mind is not agreeing with it. You will stand by it. You want to stand by it because you are standing on business. And one particular thing I've noticed, right? One particular thing chat I've noticed about making up decisions and coming up with a choice and the mind in general, okay? When we want to take action on something that is right for us, the mind will want to go against it. Am I lying? Because it does not know what is best for you. It does know what it wants. And it does not want that best thing for you. Okay, for example, now let's talk about self-development in general. Self-development is what is best for you. But your mind does not know that. Okay? And it does not want it, or it does not want you to get into self-development. Because at that point, it does not have control over you. Because at that point now, when you start going on self-development, you are having control over your own self. You're taking up your own accountability. So what does it happen? It gives you reasons to want to just have control over you. And be honest with me. Be very, very honest with me, chat. Be very, very honest with me. When you want to do something that is right for you, how does your mind react? Like be serious. How does your mind react? Because I know that most of you guys, your mind go into panic mode. Okay, it goes into panic, trying to train you into doing what it wants instead of you training it. For example, now you want to wake up early. Before you know, your master give you all these crazy ass, stupid ass excuses as why waking up early is not good, or wake up early. Like let me see, you have already put up a time to wake up around 4 o'clock. You might not be like, bro, wake up around 6. 6 is good. Give you all these stupid ass reasons. That's how the mind works. Waking up early, not eating trash, not taking up alcohol. All these things are right for you because you want to take back control of your life, but your mind does not want to take back control of your life. It feeds off your, like I said before in my previous stream, it feeds off your inconsistency, lack of accountability, indiscipline. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. Because the reason you keep on procrastinating is because your mind is not trained. And it's not trained by you. You are the one who's training it. You have to train like a fucking dog, bruh. Train like an effing dog because that's how it's supposed to be. The mind will never stop screaming garbage to you. It will always tell you about, man, why the second choice is always better. Why the second option is always better. It never tell you the reason why that first option about waking up early, not taking up alcohol, not taking up junk food is always better for you. It always want to give you reasons to why that other shit is good for you, which is what the second choice. And that second choice is not good for you. It's not best for you. But guess what? The mind does not know that. It only know what it wants. And it wants to have control over you. You want to be fucking untrained. Okay, chat. At some point, you can be like, whereby you are like, you tell yourself that you want to work. Okay, you want to get back again, you want to grind. But your mind will be like, no, let's do that shit tomorrow. And at that point, the crazy part that it gives you all these excuses that sound reasonable as to why you should do it tomorrow. But those reasons are not valid. And your response is you're like, man, you're right, I'll leave it to tomorrow, I'll leave it to later. You are leaving your decision making to your mind, letting your mind have that control over you. Sometimes you might not even say that okay, sometimes you might not even say it in ways that okay, you know what, let me leave it to tomorrow. But just by your action and the things you do before taking the main action, it has already said what you want to say. That's how the fucking mind allows you to keep on procrastinating. It feeds off your fucking reaction. It feeds off your fucking response. And because you are giving power to your mind, you let it make all those decisions for you. But deep down, you know what's best for you, but you don't fucking do it. I keep on saying this, right? I'm a victim, you're a victim. Okay? But if you're able to understand that your mind is a separate being from you, you'll be able to make quick decisions faster and stand on it. Even though there's another voice here, because there will be another voice here telling you otherwise, saying otherwise. But at that point, because of the level of control you have, you'll be like, nah, that's my mind, blade. But you already know what is right for you. Okay? And some of you guys will be some of you guys are so fucking lazy and addicted to short-term pleasure that when your mind tell you to do something outside of your original action, you tend to follow it. Stupid ass niggas. Okay? Stupid ass niggas. That's what you are, man. I ain't gonna lie. Okay?